What is up, guys? My name is Fancy, and today we are going to answer what may be the biggest question in RuneScape's history.
Why Fletch?
And the answer is because it's better. That's it, video's over. Good job, boys, let's wrap it up, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks in advance.
Wait, you aren't going to explain?
Oh my god, fine. In Wintertodt, there are two main groups of people, and no, I'm not talking about East Side versus West Side. I'm not biased. I'm talking about the Fletchers versus the Burn Unit. Yeah, I just made that name up for people that only burn their logs without fletching. Isn't that a cool name? Yeah. But sadly, they're dumb. Most people have a very general understanding of Wintertodt. They believe that by not fletching and only burning the logs, you will get faster fire-making XP. Whereas the Fletchers believe that fletching the logs into kindling is a bit less fire-making XP, but it's worth it because you also get fletching XP. But then the Burn Unit's all like, but oh my god, fletching is so fast everywhere else in the game, why do it here for barely any XP? That's how they laugh. And I can answer that too. Because you are at Wintertodt for points. Your entire reason for being here is points. If you're sitting there thinking, I just want 99 to grab a fire cape and move on with the game, then you're dumb. You are never gonna get a fire cape, or that one. You are gonna burn out before you even get past this section of the guide you're following. Oh my god, the entire reason for being here is points. If you get a 99, that's a free bonus. You are either here for supplies to carry you through the early game, which means you need points, or you're hunting the Phoenix, which is cool, but that means you need points. And if you're so insistent on only focusing on 99 firemaking and for some reason can't light logs because it's too click intensive in a game that is literally nothing but clicking, then fletching still gives you access to more firemaking XP per hour than the nerds at the Burn Unit. Look, kindling is worth more than a log. That's free firemaking XP. But it takes twice as long to fletch the log into the kindling. Downtime exists. Watch, you're not looking. Running to and from the brazier, you can fletch one log. That's free firemaking XP. Oh no, the brazier went out. You can fletch a log immediately after lighting it to both light the brazier and fletch a log at the same time. That's free firemaking XP. The brazier broke and your pyromancer is down because you're on the west side, so no one is prepared to heal the pyromancer and you need to run to the god tier east side to continue the game. You can fletch 2 logs during that run. That's free firemaking XP. Or you can watch the other video I have about Wintertodt. It explains the world top method where you need to fletch, but you can get up to 400k firemaking XP per hour there. That's 30% more XP per hour for free. Just don't be lazy. Look, every single person that has watched it has also given it a thumbs up. That's how good it is. That's it, video's over. Good job, boys, let's wrap it up, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks in advance. Wait, I said 10 tips? Why? Why would I say that? Oh my god, you are so needy. Fine. Okay, before I begin, let's get super serial for a minute, and just to be clear, my focus here is tips that are realistic. I'm not gonna talk about things where you need to have tick perfect clicks, or where you need to have 8 alts starting games at different times so you could perfectly hop between them all the while they're healing you and giving you, no. Just easy, simple, realistic tips to improve your XP per hour, all while getting more supplies and having more chances at that pet. Wow, this was a long intro to that, right? Tip number 1, get set up properly. For me, this means filtering game chat and opting to either hide public chat or turn it off entirely. I also make sure my axe and hammer are at the bottom of my inventory and my knife and food are where I want them to be. I also turn Entity Hider on to help remove all of the distractions. Lastly, I also turn sound on. I normally don't use game sounds so I can watch YouTube or Netflix, but I turn sound on just for Wintertodt because it will notify you when you're hit by a standard attack and need to click again to continue doing whatever you were doing. This means that you can glance at Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, whatever weird stuff you're into, which will help speed up the grind while not making it unbearable. Tip number 2, bring a knife. Fletching can give you more firemaking XP and more loot. It's a no-brainer, so do it. Or else you're dumb. Tip number 3, when a game starts and you are cutting the Bruma root, just keep cutting it until you fill your entire inventory with Bruma roots. Let's call them Bruma logs. I don't know why they're called the same thing. That's so weird, right? This isn't like that thing that your parents do at night where the goal is to finish first. You want to cut this bad boy for as long as possible. This is because Wintertodd's standard attack, that annoying, the cold of Wintertodt seeps into your bones, is based upon Wintertodd's energy. Right here. This is it. The higher Wintertodd's energy, the more frequently this attack will hit you. So if you let the noobs rush in to burn their logs as soon as possible, they will lower Wintertodd's energy, and then when you're finally done chopping and you can start fletching or burning your own logs, you'll be less likely to be interrupted by the most annoying attack in the game. And that brings me to tip number 3. No wait, we're on 4 now. Wow, look at us go. Keep some logs in your inventory at all times. I try to keep 3 logs in my inventory to be used whenever there's downtime. As I explained earlier in the video, if you were watching, you can fletch a log while running to and from the brazier, or if the brazier goes out, and this just turns downtime into more experience. That's what we're all here for, right? No, we're here for points. Got you. Tip number 5, use your time wisely. This is a hard one, so I'm gonna give you some examples because I know you can't think for yourself. So first of all, both fletching and burning logs have what I call the 1 action penalty. For example, if you try to burn a log, the first time your character looks like they put a log into the brazier, it actually does nothing. This means that if you get hit with only a few logs left to burn, it's generally a good idea to go back to chopping instead so you can make the most of this 1 action penalty. There's no use to wait out this penalty only to burn 1 or 2 logs. That's just a waste of time. Next up, when the brazier goes out, a lot of people just spam click it to light it. You have time. If you're in the middle of fletching a log, just wait to finish that fletch before trying to light the brazier. This means that you'll actually get kindling and then light the brazier, and then you get that little extra amount of XP from burning the kindling. That's good. We want more XP, but we want points more. Similarly, if the brazier is about to explode, sometimes, and actually quite often, it's worth it to stand your ground as long as you'll finish whatever action you're doing before it explodes. This means if you're fletching, continue fletching and hope to get that kindling before you take the hit. If you just walk away, you're definitely not gonna get that kindling and that sweet, sweet additional fire making experience and points. Of course, if it'll end up with you dying, don't do this, don't die. You just wanna eat and not die. Dying is bad. Speaking of dying, tip number 6, use safer spots. This tile near the Broomaroo is safe from the area attack. You know, that 3x3 snowfall you see every so often? Similarly, you can stand on this tile near the brazier, which has the least chance of being hit by that same attack. But it can still hit you, it's just a lot rarer than if you're standing on this tile or this tile. I have tip number 6 written down again, but we're clearly on 7. So, tip number 7, move your camera. Seriously, this is so easy. It's just flipping your camera around so your inventory is closer to the Broomaroo or the brazier, whatever you're going for. This lets you move your mouse slightly less when you want to fletch a log and run back and forth, which you should be doing. Stop being lazy. Tip number 8, move your logs. When I'm burning the last few logs, I'll pick up the log in my inventory and hold it just over that spot right next to my knife. Once I'm done burning everything but this last log, I'll drop it in that inventory spot so I can quickly click where I want to run, click my knife, and then click the log without having to move my mouse across my inventory. Yes, this is a very minor tip, but it does all add up, I promise. Oh, you can also do this if the brazier keeps going out and you want to fletch after lighting it. Just move a log where you want it to be and just, yeah, you'll figure it out. Thanks. Just don't move your logs in the middle of burning stuff. That'll just interrupt you. So don't do that. Okay, wait, how did we only get to 8? I listed like 12 or 13 things, didn't I? What do you mean tip 5 had 3 different examples? Okay, tip 9 is like the video. And then tip 10 will be subscribed. Thanks, we're done. That's 10 tips, not scammed. Ugh. Okay, fine. Tip 9 is to use a games necklace to teleport to Wintertodt. That's, no one knows that one, right? And then tip 10 will be bring food so you don't die. Actually, yeah, here's a real tip. Eat while you chop. You can chop and eat without wasting ticks, but if you eat in the middle of burning, you're gonna waste ticks. So eat while you chop. So once again, that's it. Video's over. Good job, boys. Let's wrap it up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks in advance.